Some people want Catholic priests to wear their cassocks in public whenever. I wish that there were a priest at the cathedral right now. The kind of authority being abused by these heretics takes advantage of the way it was. And yes, I did bring up the subject of defrocking, but if they don't contact the diocese, it's assault. It has to be quantifiable. They have to demonstrate the same kind of proof that they would where a clergyman is abusing his influence to avoid. There are stipulations for whether or not you assert the sovereignty to do that, but the reason that America is as imperiled as it is right now is because the people who molested 87,000 Boy Scouts and took Mount Rushmore so they could sell it back to us. They did the same thing to the catacombs of the Vatican. And now, rather than show us how the Islamic State did that, they're just like, oh, we're going to take Spain and Greece. Well, how do you plan on that? See, England probably has funds, but religious can't agree about what we're willing to. We have a Santa Claus. Right? I know ostensibly the others do, but they also have the Krampus. Is he coming around snatching kids up on December 25th? Why would they have the Krampus when they could have Santa Claus? So weird, Germany. Charles Lindbergh set the record for the first transatlantic flight for no purpose other than, it's time to break a record. War's over. Just had a baby. I'm sorry, honey. I gotta do it. I've been waiting 5 years. If I don't do it, I'll never be able to set that record again. Somebody else might beat me to it, right? FBI. So Norman Schwarzkopf's dead, working in New Jersey State Police, and they were searching the place where the kidnapper broke in, and they found footprints beneath the ladder leading up to the window, and the general's dad said, "Look what I found, shoe prints." The Covenant of Israel says that the children of Israel shall rule all the land on earth which is under heaven. I don't know what people think was going through the minds of the captors. There's a kid, the Bavarian Illuminati. It's gotta be German. It's gotta be Germany's fault. Fritz Dyson got arrested in France. Hoover got a hot tip. There was something happening. Somebody sold 6 million Jews to Turkey. Fritz Dyson was responsible for the Panzer Falls, at least in part. So tying that to there, and then, no, not the Titanic. We're not ready. All right, Washington. Islam is not a religion. The Bavarian Illuminati burning bushes every chance they get. Lindbergh was Skull and Bones, and I get it. But fighting fire with fire with an unprotectable, irrational. We're not equipped for fighting a battle of wits with something that doesn't exist. 1,400 years, people kidnap a human, and it's basically Zoroastrianism. They're gonna take that baby and go sell it to somebody, and then, you know, a couple decades later, it's like he's somebody important somewhere. A child will be born and save us. That part lived on. But aside from that, they were trying to be done with all the ridiculous just excuses for diplomatic. They just didn't see it happen until 2,000 years ago. And any excuse, the Varian disaster. Like, no, this is how it works. First, do no harm for one of our judges. And now you're a diplomat to the extent of that judge's jurisdiction. It's a senator. Maybe it's a priest. Bottom line is, you're not botching an investigation and founding a sovereign entity. See, Christianity is at least like rational enough to be compatible with reality, and if we identify the authority, the sovereignty granted by acknowledging the throne of Peter, hey, you don't tell me to shut up. You disagree? Well, let's ask him. You're right. Well, the Bible says, well, the Ignatius II. We need a government where the sanctuary is desecrated. Sanctuary must be consecrated for the church to be made holy. That's why if somebody's messing with your mail without a warrant, you know, if it's expensive enough to get anybody's attention every fiscal quarter, some of us will just go do it for the same thing we were already getting paid anyway. If the things are so bad that we are under new ownership, like, we still muster. We just get paid by the day. You know, make a career out of the Pinkerton model. Don't act like we lack the sovereignty to conduct diplomacy, but we're obligated to equal opportunity. You see, Lindbergh, that kid would have been some kind of figurehead. Smith, that kid was going off the side of a bridge. 92 Olympics. They sold a whole TV series that Hollywood trying to explain some kind of cultural phenomenon. Like, that's cool. Idi Amin, last king of Scotland. Mogadishu, Y2K. For the past 100 years, they've been tuning Africa up. Just get them. Like, you don't persecute, you don't eat. Stonewall. Why is Stonewall, you figure? It was just a coincidence. Just a neighborhood favorite. Nothing to do with him getting shot by his own guy on the way to Washington to see why the mail don't work.